Moving to our last segment here on ETBU Extra. Hello, I'm Mike Mitke, the voice of the ETBU Tiger Athletic Program. Thank you for clicking in today here on the ETBU Sports Net. We're now going to continue to talk Lady Tiger basketball, bringing on one of the players on our show today. Her name is Samantha Busby. She is a sophomore from Como, Texas, but actually graduated from Winsboro High School. And of course, if you live in East Texas, you know the map there, so you know how that happens. But Samantha, first of all, what brought you to ETBU? Why did you make a choice to come to East Texas Baptist University to get your education, but also continue to play basketball?
Yes, sir. I chose to come to ETBU because when I came and visited this school, I felt like God was really calling me here because there wasn't just the opportunity to play basketball, to play the sport that I love, but there was the opportunity to serve Christ through missions and through BSM and all sorts of things like that. And so I really felt that God was calling me here not just to play basketball, but to get my education from a place that really cared about my faith.
Now, was there a big transition from high school to ETBU, high school athletics to college athletics?
I mean, yes, sir. I think there's always that difference in skill level and just overall. I don't know how to explain it. It's just something that you kind of feel, and it's not. It wasn't such a hard transition as just as you start in preseason, you start playing with these girls and start getting to know them. You develop yourself, and they develop, and we all develop as a team to like grow together. So it's not as much a hard of a transition from high school to college basketball.
Samantha, when did you start playing the game of basketball?
Oh, I don't know. As young as I can remember, playing on little plastic goals in the driveway, and I guess the first time I remember playing like an actual game was in 3rd grade. We had Winsboro Little Dribblers, and I was on a 3rd grade team and played from then on out.
What's your favorite shot you like to attempt on the court when you're open?
I like the baseline jumper shot, just a short little baseline jumper. That's what I've always shot. And, yeah.
We shouldn't have revealed that to the team, to the defense of the other team. They might keep you away from that baseline. Hopefully not. You know, this is your 2nd year playing for the Lady Tigers. What do you like about being a part of Tiger basketball?
I like being a part of a team. It's very encouraging to me to be around these girls. I mean, we're around them from early in the morning when we see them at chapel, and then till late in the afternoon when we get done with practice. And just being around and being a part of a team is really, I think, like my goal on my job on this team is to bring everybody closer together and just encourage each other in their walk with Christ. I really love that aspect of being on the team, of being a Lady Tiger.
Visiting with Samantha Busby, a member of this year's Lady Tiger basketball team. She's a sophomore, went to Winsboro High School, and on Martin Luther King Day, the university gathered together and went out into the community and did service projects. And I saw Samantha out at the Dayspring Equestrian Therapeutic Center, which is out by the Marshall City Arena, and I caught her doing something good. She was cleaning a saddle. Have you ever cleaned a saddle before?
Yes, sir, I have cleaned saddles before.
So tell me, what's the best way to clean a saddle?
You just get the oil and get an old rag and clean the parts that need cleaning, the leather parts. So.
What else did you do that day out there to help that ministry?
We were split into smaller groups, and so the group that I was with, we cleaned saddles and bridles and all that sort of things. But then another group was more working outside on the ranch, cleaning up like large sticks and rocks, getting things out of the way so the horses wouldn't hurt themselves. And so we were doing more like physical labor and just helping clean up the ranch and keep it a nice, clean place.
You said earlier that one of the reasons you came to ETBU was to do projects like that. Do you see you doing more of those as you get into your junior and senior years?
Yes, sir. I love working for the Lord. I love doing. I just love doing things for the Lord. I mean, my favorite Bible verse is. One of my favorite Bible verses is Mark 9:35, and it says, if you want to be first, you have to be very last and a servant of all. And I just love serving. And I think being on the basketball team and being here at ETBU has definitely given me that opportunity.
As a player coming up for the next 2 ball games, important games with the Lady Tigers, what excites you about playing LeTourneau and UT Tyler on Saturday as a member of the Tiger basketball team?
I'm just excited to see how us as a team will come together. Even though we might have lost our last game, I think that we can just really overcome this adversity and come together as a team and just show everybody that we can beat LeTourneau and we can beat Tyler. So.
Last question for you, Samantha. I ask players this question a lot. Do you have a routine that you do before you play a game? I mean, certain players like to do their hair differently. They put on the same pair of socks they've worn all season. They do wash them though. Do you do like a routine to get ready to play a game?
I mean, not like a certain specific routine, but I mean, I do what everybody else does. I put on my shoes. I'm listening to music. I'm getting myself spiritually ready. I always pray. I always write out a prayer before the game, just praying for my safety, for my team's safety, and just the other players. And I don't know that it's really specific, but that's what I do.
All right. Well, Samantha, thank you for your time today.
Yes, sir.
Looking
Thank
forward
you.
to calling your name out Thursday as you possibly get in the ball game Thursday as well as Saturday.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. Best of the Lady Tigers as they play Thursday against Laterno, Saturday against UT Tyler. Our guest here on ETB Extra has been Samantha Busby, and we appreciate her time speaking today on ETB Extra. Before we go, I want to share some ETBU news. Earlier this week, ETBU announced a new head women's soccer coach in Eric Solberg. Congratulations to him, and we welcome him to the ETBU family. He will be one of our guests as we get closer toward down the month and bring him in to talk with him and allow you to meet our new head soccer coach here at ETBU. Tennis is about to fire up on the ETBU campus. We'll get to Coach Bremen here on our show later as we progress here in the month of January, or actually into the February, as the Tiger tennis team opens up play for the spring this Saturday at home with matches against McMurray and Hardin-Simmons. And in the AFC East Division preseason poll, both the ladies team and the men's team were picked to come in second in the conference. So a lot ahead coming up on ETB Extra. We appreciate you either clicking in each Wednesday at noon or watching the replays on YouTube later. Well, that's going to wrap up today's ETB Extra. Thank you to Kenneth and Adam and Matthew, part of the Sports Information Department here at ETB to make the show possible, and appreciate you clicking in today. We'll see you Thursday at 5:30 as we broadcast ETBU Tiger basketball games, the ladies game first against Laterno and the men's games to follow. So long from the campus of East Texas Baptist University.